Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we have a few repairs that we need to do here. That's for sure. We're going to prioritize our Wolverine and we'll just tick forward until all of our other repairs are done. Our storage space will not be done before our other repairs are, I believe. We're going to celebrate the Festival of Lights, morale increased by 10. That is a very good use of 5,000 C-bills. I'm happy about that. We will continue working on our repairs. And that's good. Fantastic. 14 days left on that Wolverine. That'll be after the financial report, so we're definitely going to deploy before then. Let's go ahead and hop into our barracks and do what training we can. Coldfire, Muffin Top, and Panzer are all wounded, which is going to be interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we should try to hire another mech warrior if we can. I think at this time, Chronic Toast is the cheapest available. Fantastic. Let's see if Chronic Toast needs any training. I didn't actually want to come in here just yet. Chronic Toast, do you need training?
Confirm.
Yes, actually. A point of gunnery, a point of tactics. Perfect.
Yes.
Anybody else needing training?
Yes, orders.
Awaiting orders.
That's a negative. Okay. Let's check our mech bay, make sure everything except that Wolverine is good to go. It all is. Fantastic. So let's go ahead and figure out where we want to deploy to. This one is very, very tempting. It's an escort mission in the desert. We'll be running a little hot, but I think we do it. Something like this. Who are we against? We are against the planetary government. Okay, so probably not going to be the absolute best, but it'll be fine. So we need someone with stealth and centurion affinities. Coma can do centurion, and Chronic Toast has no affinities, so he can take the stealth. Fantastic. So the next question, of course, is, do we run into any heavies? Hopefully we do. This is 1.5 million in compensation, plus it's 2.5 skulls. So fingers crossed on that one. We're at this point basically full up on mediums. I mean, we could scale up some of our like 40, 45 tonners to like 50, 55 tonners. I'm not sure how beneficial that'll really be, and it kind of depends on hardpoint distribution and things like that. It might be enough to put us up over the edge as far as the RogueTech lance value is concerned. But really what we want is heavies. That's what we really want more than anything, and we should probably consider moving from this location fairly soon. But for now, we need to escort the convoy to safety and escape. We're looking for a mercenary company with a reputation for discretion. A personal friend of our leadership here in Brooklyn has requested protection for a convoy of his, but the Federated Sons can't commit our own forces to this task. While his convoy is armed and armored, he suspects that his enemies have hired mercenaries of their own to interdict this shipment. Okay, so the mercenaries means we might be against some decent things. Commander, I suspect that our employer's reluctance to commit their own forces has less to do with any extreme danger of the task, but some distaste with their merchant friend. Well, if that's the case, then there might not be any mercenaries. Who knows? We have friendly units under fire. We're going to need to move up there. We have allies, which is slightly shocking, but they're not actually under fire. Okay. So we're assuming that the escort point will be somewhere over here. Let's go ahead and drop, I think, here. I kind of hate where it placed us. That's better. And hopefully that Centurion isn't stuck. But if it is, that's our long-range Centurion, and it should be, in theory, fine.
Tremor. Like creatures living.
So these are our allies here. A Hornet, a Scimitar, a Hetzer, and another Hornet. Okay.
Go, Commander.
So let's see here. We probably just want to spawn this convoy as quick as we can here. Do we have anyone who can make it up there?
Ready for orders.
I assumed that we'd be able to hop into this, but apparently that's not the case.
Yup.
There appears to be some mech dancing happening. Okay, we're just going to position here.
Moving to position.
I'm still assuming that this is going to be our escort point. So we're going to move in over this way with these mechs.
I'm there. Got it.
Moving out.
Okay.
I'm going.
And now hopefully the mech dancing will stop. Yeah, you can see it's this guy here. There we go. Fantastic. So we're just going to jump this Centurion into here.
Roger that.
That should be that problem solved. And we're going to continue up here. Yeah, we technically don't know that this is where the evac point is, but I'm assuming.
Move order received.
I'm walking here.
Heading out.
Okay. So let's see what our allies do. They're just chilling over there. Okay. So here's the convoy. We're now in combat. We see a bushwhacker. That's a decent mech. A cicada. That's not exactly a decent mech. A vedette. I mean, there's going to be a second lance when we arrive over here, for sure.
Standing by.
We're going to reserve here and let them move first.
Sure, no problem.
Hornet moves up. Doesn't do anything of note.
Affirmative.
We will reserve. And we'll allow this cicada to move. Let's see what it does here. Oh, here it is. A second vedette. Okay. Well, that was a whole lot of nothing. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
I think we're going to reserve here as well. We'll let that bushwhacker move. Good clustering from that bushwhacker there. That Wolverine's arm is probably looking pretty grim right now. Actually, it spread out okay. I've definitely seen better. We're going to jump this Centurion up top here, where we can give ourselves some good fire support. And I'm pretty sure that our hit odds mean the cicada is our target. Yes, indeed. That was solid. We'll allow it.
Orders.
The Wolverine is at this point going to move up here, and we're going to turn like so.
Moving to position.
And we're going to hit that cicada just as hard as we can. Which is pretty hard, but we exclusively hit armor there, which is slightly unfortunate. We're going to position, I think... I think about here is where we're going to position.
You betcha.
We're going to check these hit odds. Probably low, probably less low. Slightly unfortunate there, but not shocking that we stray shot.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
Waiting on you, Commander.
The Prowler is going to move up to here.
I read you, Commander. Moving out.
And I think that we are just going to fire on... honestly, the Vedette.
Got it.
Probably stray shot our other tank here a little bit, but no, we didn't. I'm actually surprised.
What are your orders, Skipper?
So our stealth is going to walk up here, and at this time, we're going to utilize our physical weapon to hit the cicada in the rear arc.
I'm rolling. Here we go.
That's a success, which means this is likely a dead cicada. Indeed it is.
Target down, Commander.
Wonderful.
I'm under heavy fire.
At this time, this Centurion is going to move in over here, I feel like, but we're actually going to reserve the Centurion. Okay. Who moves next?
What can I do for you?
This vehicle. Sure. Can we position it here? No, but we can position it here.
Moving out.
And so we shall.
Oh, let's
Try to hit that vedette, but probably not going to get very much done. Yep. As expected.
Yes, Commander.
Our chameleon is going to make its way around over this way. I'm actually a little bit surprised that we can't turn and face the bushwhacker from where I wanted to, but this will be fine. I think armor-piercing ammo at this time.
Confirmed.
Only a little bit of damage to that bushwhacker, but that was expected. We're going to move around here with the Clint as well.
Coordinates received.
And should we be in long-range targeting at this range? No, short-range targeting is what we want.
Walking on target.
Some damage to that bushwhacker, but not a ton. The Vedette moves up. Hornet moves up, does a whole lot of nothing. This Vedette now moves, and this is what we want. Let's see where it goes. Magnificent.
You got nothing, you
That was
hear me?
almost completely ideal.
Back.
Our Hunchback is going to step up to here. We have a rear arc on the Vedette, actually. I didn't even realize that. It's even more ideal than I thought it was. Wow. Okay.
Yes, Commander.
I like it. We're going to position out over here with our Centurion. We're going to use precision midran ammo
Taking the shot.
and do a decent amount of damage to that bushwhacker. Hetzer moves up, doesn't do anything. That's expected.
Waiting for
We're
orders.
going to move up with this goblin and position it here,
Got it.
where we can fire rear arc on that Vedette.
Targeting enemy 6.
A solid hit there. And actually dejection. That's great.
Standing by.
At this point, our Clint is going to move in side arc here. Hit the same side arc that we've already softened up. I think we're going to not fire the ERPPC, but we are going to fire the Rocket 20. He actually died.
Hope we can salvage that.
What caused him to die there?
I'm out of short range.
By the way, I turned on the combat log. Pilot incapacitation. Okay, sounds good.
Ready for orders.
So the Wolverine is now, at this point, going to have to move over to here
Firm.
and hit this Vedette side arc. Nothing else to do, really.
Taking the shot.
And we just one-shot that Vedette. Okay.
Damn. Let's do this. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Now I'm guaranteeing that there's going to be another lance of enemies. What's the furthest we can move here? That.
On my way.
Okay, sounds good. Hornet moves up.
Confirmed.
Our stealth is going to move over this way and
Affirmative,
sink heat.
Commander.
We don't care about our ally movements.
Ready for orders.
Centurion is going to move up to here.
On my way. Double time.
We don't know where the enemies will drop in, but we know they'll probably be around the escort zone somewhere.
Good to go.
Our goblin is going to move up as much as absolutely possible, which is here. Fantastic.
I hear ya.
And let's see what the maximum movement here is. Right there.
Coordinates
Okay.
received.
Wonderful.
Commander.
This Centurion is now going to jump off of this
Engaging
roof.
Dump jet.
Receiving
And our chameleon is probably going to position on the far side of this escort zone for now. And we'll exit combat after this one, which is great. Just sinking a
Waiting for
little
orders.
bit of heat here. And let's position as far forward as we possibly can.
Pedal to the metal.
There we go. Exiting combat. So the chameleon is going to position probably over here. I'm going to put the stealth over here. The Centurion is going to move up to the road.
Wilco.
Probably somewhere over here.
Affirmative.
And we'll sink some heat on the Wolverine
Onward.
and the Clint as
Moving
well.
out.
And then we're just going to move up the road as much as is legal. Which appears to be here
No need to tell me twice.
and here
Moving out.
and here. Okay. And now our allies will move, and next round we'll park right outside the escort zone. Our chameleon will stay put.
Roger that.
Our stealth will stay put. Our centurion will sprint up the road. This centurion is going to position somewhere around here.
Moving out.
This wolverine around here.
Copy that.
This hunchback will sprint up the road as much as it can, which isn't very much. This Clint will go over here. The goblin will position right outside of the landing zone.
On my way.
And we'll all position right outside of that landing zone. Fantastic. So, what are the enemies that are going to spawn? Because I'm definitely assuming there's going to be enemies. Most of our mechs are where I want them for right now. This Centurion will continue to head towards the crossroads.
Confirmed.
Wolverine can position there. I guess that'll be fine. Okay,
Acknowledged.
let's head on in. Okay, they're coming down this way.
Position, Commander. Hold your ground until the package is on its way.
Sounds good.
I read.
Actually, not just
Don't
that
need
way.
to tell me twice. Uh-huh.
Okay, so there's some here, some here. This is fine. No worries. So we see a Vulcan, a Mongoose, and at least a Trooper. We're going to reserve here. Let them move first. They just dropped in. So this is going to be the Mongoose that moves. Let's see what it does. Positions there. Okay. Does a little damage to the Clint. And that's fine.
Yes, Commander.
We're going to... Oh, hello. There's a Mongoose out there, too. Okay. So they're kind of coming in from all angles. We're going to position our Centurion here. And let's see what this hit odd is going to be like. Actually, surprisingly good. Do it.
For an alpha strike.
Yeah, that was solid. That Mongoose is now unsteady.
Good to go.
That's huge. Our Clint is going to come up here and engage the Mongoose.
Copy that. Aye, aye.
And that's a dead Mongoose.
Tango down.
Magnificent. The Trooper closes in a bit. That's, of course, up here. And we have a
Waiting on you,
response to that.
Commander.
Now, this tank has to fire here. There's nothing else we can do.
Tell me what to do.
But hey, we got 8 damage on the Vulcan. That'll do. The Mongoose closes in.
Skipper.
Our stealth is going to move up the road towards this Trooper. Hit odds are going to be a little low this round, but we'll go ahead and fire the chaff. Okay, a little bit of damage there. We'll take it. The Vulcan moves now. We'll see what it does. I should have reserved this tank over here. That would have been the better play. That's a lot of heat. That's fine.
Waiting for orders.
So our J Centurion is going to position here.
On my way.
We've still got plenty of precision ammo. We are going to fire that first, and we're going to light this Vulcan up.
Engaging target.
Nice.
Solid connection on that one.
Good
Okay,
to go.
the Prowler will move next. We're just going to lob some indirect LRMs. No hits. That's fine.
Catch you next time. What can I do for you?
And this tank can't do anything, actually.
Got it.
The Hornet will move up, do a whole lot of nothing.
Orders.
Our Hunchback will position here.
Acknowledged.
We'll check those hit odds. 29.2 versus 44.7. We'll take the Trooper. And that's a dead Trooper.
Hope we can salvage that.
Excellent. The Hornet closes in, does a whole lot of nothing. And next is going to be our Wolverine, which I'm actually going to send down this way.
Double time. Let's go.
And we're going to fire on that Mongoose. This is a pot shot, though.
Firing full cover.
Ooh, and a good pot shot it was. That was a really solid pot shot.
Ready for
Okay. Well, this Vulcan is, I think, pretty dead. Should we go rear arc? I feel like we should go rear arc. Armor piercing? Honestly, I think high explosive. We did miss the kick, which is unfortunate. But it's fine. High explosive ammo doing its job.
More for the kill horde.
Hetzer not doing anything. That's not shocking.
I hear ya.
And we're not able to do anything with that tank.
Objective secured.
We could evac, or, you know, we could just kill that mongoose. Which seems like the easier option, honestly. I think definitely we kill the mongoose.
Yes, Commander.
So our Clint can position here.
Roger that.
And we'll just pot shot the long-range ERPPC. Definitely long-range variable range targeting here.
Confirmed.
That's actually a hit. Oh, and a kill. Wow. Okay.
Target eliminated.
That was low odds. That was very low odds. We got lucky there, but unfortunately we didn't run into any heavies. I'm interested in salvaging some bushwhacker parts. That's a good mech, but I'm not so interested in much of anything else that was there. Unfortunate. Got some decent cash from it. Barely took any damage. Only the one bushwhacker part available. Otherwise, we're not very interested. I mean, there's the large pulse laser. We can take that. The light Gauss rifle. How many light PPCs do we have? We have 3, so I think I'm okay with rouletting that. What else do we have here? A Beagle probe. We have 5 of those. A couple of Engine Core 250s. If there's nothing else, we can take that. That said, I like these FCSs. There's also a rangefinder in there. So we could take a single energy accuracy FCS. We could take an Artemis FCS. Now, we already have one of both of those, but it's good to have a backup. And we can take the rangefinder plus as well. And we'll roulette everything else. So we got an LRM-5, machine guns, a couple of small lasers. We do have 4 of those, so I'm going to sell those. A couple of cockpit basics, an Engine Core 250 that we can just sell. We did get the other energy accuracy FCS. That's nice. The primitive cockpit can get out of here. The tracker sensor. Nice. That's a good one. Generic structure, medium rifle, and SRM ammo. Okay. Very solidly mediocre on that salvage. Nothing awful, but nothing great either. In terms of how much damage we took almost none. We may actually be ready to deploy again before this month tick, and I'd like to find out if that's going to be the case. It is, however, time to put a cut in here, so after we know that information, I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and let's see what Yang thinks here. 24,159 C-bills. Okay. We do get to deploy again. And that will be next episode. See you all then.